Good morning, everyone. I'm back for another update. Excuse me, I don't know why my camera is blurry. But I did go to the gym this morning and I worked out again, and it was legs day, and then I was so pumped that I come home and I cleaned out our grill because we almost had a grill fire, and cleaned the camper a little bit, and I'm still in the process of cleaning, but I decided to eat a little bit, but I wanted to give everyone an update because it's pretty exciting. We're getting closer to closing on our land, and this week we are in underwriting. Our lender is supposed to be sending all of our papers through FedEx in the mail to us. So that's a good sign. And last week they were not able to do the appraisal. They did not have everything that they needed. So hopefully this week they're doing the appraisal on the land, which I know it's going to appraise for what we're getting it for. Actually, it's worth a lot more than what we're paying. We got a really good deal on it. Actually, I think that we have more acreage than what it says we have. If anybody's familiar with the app, it's called X-On Hunt or something like that. If you download it, you get a free trial, and you can click on partials and it shows you like what your acreage is and everything. If you click on the acreage for the two partials for the land that we're buying, it says we have a total of 102 acres. But on the deed it says 87. But it hasn't been surveyed ever, I don't think. So I'm not going to have it surveyed until we buy it, because I don't want them to us pay $10,000 to have the land surveyed, and we find out that we have a lot more than what they think they have, and they back out of the contract. I don't want that. So we're going to wait. It is going to cost anywhere from $8,800 to $12,000 to have the land surveyed. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Hopefully we get lucky and we find someone that is willing to do it for around $1,500, $2,000, because I'm willing to pay that amount to have the land surveyed. I am not willing to pay any more than $2,000, because I'm in the wrong kind of business if that's how much somebody gets for surveying land. So, I mean, I don't really know what all goes into surveying. I'm sure it's probably more detailed than I think it is. Everything usually is. But I just think that that is absolutely ridiculous. And I know I did another video, me talking about how ridiculous that is. And I actually said some cuss words. So, anyways, I want to show you guys my chickens, because, oh my gosh, they're growing. They're almost too big for this tote, y'all. And we're not even on our land yet. And that's one of the things I was sort of afraid of. But I wanted to go ahead and get them because I wanted my dogs to get used to them. And Little Bit tries to nip at them. She hasn't hurt one of them yet, but she's very curious. She's a bird dog. She heard me talking about her, so she looked at me. They're sunbathing. Anyways, so I think they're going to be okay. You know, I hope Little Bit doesn't try to hurt one of them. I think if she gets one of them and kills them, it's going to be an ongoing thing. So I don't want that to happen. I'm going to try to prevent it if I can. But they're dogs. I mean, they're animals. They kill stuff. I mean, that's just what they do. So it won't surprise me, but I hope that it doesn't happen. Bullet, I don't have to worry about him. He doesn't mind the chickens. They have been crawling all over him, pecking him and everything, and he does not care. So he's used to birds. We had a pet bird. Actually, we had a few pet birds. My mom actually has the last one that we had left. But he didn't mind them at all, and they would crawl on him and stuff. So anyways, hopefully by the end of this week we will get a little more information on what's going on. We had originally told the lender told everyone that we were going to go with Elizabeth Rakes in Hillsville to close. We changed our minds on that because the seller come back and had asked us to use Allen and Galax with Galax Law. And the only reason why they wanted us to use him is because he's already working on the right-of-way with them. So I figured since they're already familiar with that familiar with the property, familiar with the sellers, all of the information's already there, we will just go ahead and use them. And we were also told that they may be able to close sooner than Elizabeth Riggs, which is really good because we are ready. We are so ready. I had sent an email to Mary requesting that the sellers let us go ahead and get power out there and hook up to, sorry, I feel like I have stuff crawling all over me, and it's probably just a hair. Anyways, so we wanted to go ahead and try to get the power hookup and have the inspector come out and AEP come out. Of course, we have to get a builder's permit and all that. I don't think we're going to be able to do that until we have the deed and the lands in our name. Just because I think I remember us going through all of that. With the other home that we were selling, we had to replace some wiring outside and put conduit, and they had to pull the AEP box. And it was a big mess, and it cost a lot of money. It was like $800 to have an electrician come out and do that, and a few other things. So we're gonna try to do a lot of stuff, on our own without having an electrician. And I think that right now, since the power's already off and there is no AEP meter there, we can do it. We can go ahead and run all the wires and everything, and then AEP can come out and put their meter in, and voila, be done with it. The original plan was to go ahead and put a new breaker box in the house, go ahead and replace the wires to it, a 200 amp breaker box, so that way we can go ahead and start working on the house and we have power to the house, and then also put an amp box outside for the camper, because we definitely need power. I know that we want to be off-grid. Off-grid to me means you're off the grid, like you're not hooked up to power. You have your own water source, which we have a well. Living off the land. So this is just temporary until we get everything settled in. And solar panels are very expensive. The batteries are expensive. So it will be something that we will have to buy a little at a time. It's not something that we're going to have the money for right away. So it's going to take some time for us to get to where we want to be. But for now, unfortunately, we're going to be on the grid. So I know it's just a big process and it takes time. So we'll eventually get where we want to be. And anyways, I just figured I would shoot you guys an email. Hopefully I'll hear something later on by the end of the week, if not the beginning of next week, and we'll go from there. In the meantime, y'all have a good day. Thank you for watching.